What do you do if you're starting a business and you have 1,000 contacts from a previous business that you ran? Okay, seriously, this is the interactive part of this presentation. What do you do? Please type in a comment into the comment section. What do you do if you have 1,000 contact details of past customers from a previous company you had, and now you're starting a new business? How do you deal with that? Let me tell you, okay? But please do type in what you would do, your answer. Let me tell you, first and foremost, most people will think to themselves, maybe I'll phone them. Okay, well, phoning around 1,000 people, good luck with that. It's a little bit difficult. Some people may think I'll send them an email, and that's not a bad idea, but you could run foul of you know the rules, the email spam rules. I'm getting that confused now with ChatGPT. But yeah, you could run foul of the of spam rules and get blocked for doing that. So what do you do? What do you do with a list of 1,000 names of previous customers? Customers that have used your services in the past, so know you, obviously trust you because they've had you do some work and they've paid you, and you have their details on file, but you're starting a brand new business. Well, there's a few simple things you can do, low and no cost things that you can do that I would suggest. And by the way, this is a real life scenario. This was a query in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in at the moment. I'm not going to start naming names or anything, but it's a query that was in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, where a chap had a previous business, family business, for various reasons went into employment, and now has finished in employment and has decided to start his own business again. He has a list of 1,000 old customers. So here's what I would do, okay? And obviously can't go into a huge amount of detail, but follow along as we go. To save yourself running foul of the spam rules and laws, I would run an email warm-up campaign, which is quite legal to do, not a problem. There is a strategy for running an email warm-up campaign, and it involves sending a sequence of emails allowing people to opt out of the process and informing them why you're actually contacting them. So I'd run that first, rather than just blasting out an email to everybody saying, hey, look, I'm back in business and come and work with me, right? So email warm-up campaign would be the first thing that I would do. Second thing I would do is I would take that list of email addresses and I would load it into Facebook. Now, some of you will be aware and some of you will not be aware that when you load a list of email addresses into Facebook, you can create an audience. So that's number one, create an audience with 1,000 people for my Facebook page. But secondly, the other thing that Facebook will allow you to do is to create what they call a lookalike audience. Okay, so here's how that works. You put in the details of people that you have worked with that live in your local area that match your customer's ideal profile. And then Facebook goes with the algorithm, hey, who else do we know in that area who act like this, who behave like this, who may be like this customer? And then they will add those people to your list. So your list of 1,000 could end up being a list of 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. You don't know where it's going to end based on the algorithm and how many people are local to you, given the range that you would set into it. Now, most people don't know that you can do that. Now, once you've done that, you can then, obviously, you set up a business Facebook page. You make sure that you are posting on the business Facebook page, which costs you absolutely nothing. But then you start promoting, as in putting some money behind some ads, to do a like campaign on your Facebook page. And that like campaign, you add your lookalike audience to. Now, a like campaign can cost you as little as £1 a day. You could run a like campaign for as little as £1 a day. So for £7 a week, you can start getting people to recognize that you exist. Now, will this create buyers? Not necessarily. Sometimes it may. If you've done a really good Facebook page, if you've put some really good stuff on your Facebook page, then you may very well create those into buyers. But what it's going to do is it's going to create people who visit your page, realize that you exist and that you are in business. So they start to become aware of you. Then you can obviously build your website. You only need a one-page website. And on your website, you give away a free, what we call, lead magnet. Now, that could be a piece of advice. Let's say 5 best tips for staying safe at Christmas, or 3 tips for saving money around the home, electricity, blah, blah, blah. You put those on your website behind a registration form. And then on Facebook, you run a traffic campaign. Again, for as little as £1 a day, you can run a traffic campaign. This will create people who will actually go to your website and download your free advice, which means you're now collecting more email addresses and details from people who are like the people that you already have names and email addresses for. There's a lot more that you can do if you have very minimal resources, and as I said, low and no cost. But these are things people don't think about, and these are things that the gurus gatekeep from you and don't tell you about. But these are all the things that people learn how to do inside my Electricians Toolbox. Give it a look. jdewan.com/toolbox. That's jdewan.com/toolbox. We train electricians. We don't provide you with leads. We don't give you people's business details, anything like that. What we do is we teach you how to market your business consistently so that you get a consistent flow of work. So if you're an electrician, if you're any trade who's dealing directly with the end user, that is a homeowner, letting agent, landlords, people who manage portfolios of property, if that's you, if you're dealing with those, those are your customers, then inside the toolbox you'll find a wealth of information that will help you to keep a steady flow of work. That's me done for today. Please do type in your comments. What would you do if you were starting out in business and you had a list of 1,000 people? I've given you just a few ideas of things that we would do. Take it easy, guys. Bye.